here. I love the push towards mid. And I think Cloud9, I'm sorry, Knights needs to set the pace here. One of the biggest things.
Interesting pistol round. As they have this wall up towards mid side, you maybe usually think it's like going to be a 3-2 split towards A, but C9 are coming out towards the holes and mid instead, and it's working out. And they're also catching on a rotation. A late lurk on mid side from Mitch, but he loses that fight to Zip, who also is the last man standing off for the Knights on the pistol. And Leaf is looking with Zeppa, the two main fraggers for Cloud9, to play the post plant.
As this round ends, I want to talk about one of the really interesting things is how you recoup a round when you kind of do what Leaf did and find out what C9 did. You're like, wait.
And we also want to figure out what we're going to do here for the setup Survivor, right? Because think about it, we're also on this new patch of 4.04, so using a poison orb and a wall at the same time,
right,
it really depletes your fuel a lot faster. Exactly. It's going to make things a little bit difficult to anchor up towards a site with the Viper on her own, which is why you always see her with at least 1 or 2 more players. But on this anti-eco for Cloud9, they make it easily into the site. They're looking for this plant. Again, there's still opposition of 3 players, make that even 4 players from PK just around the corner.
I love that scan on Marshall. Respect a little bit to Mitch there. And we'll see if Knights can make C9 respect this as they try to enter in. They know the door's been open. Mitch, eyes on. Almost a flick. He's down to 3 HP, so maybe a gun recoup there. That's what PKS could be looking at.
Works out for that.
Oh.
Not for too long.
No Marshall for you. You don't get it. Yeah, just a straggler now. Scuba couldn't make it fully into the site. Back and forth. A little strafe jumping from Leaf as he becomes the target.
Why aren't you giving your star player a frag, your jet, the rifle? So at least now, Vanity's like, you know what? I'll take the sheriff. Leaf, you go kill.
Yeah, it's a really good call. Up and over. It looks just like Ascent A. Leaf in, following a bit of utility. They rinse and repeat, and now the team has to back each other up. There's the first trade.
Ace is playing around with the cyber cages. Oh, and it's going to line up a few.
Baby.
Good for 3 right now as he finally gets stopped by Zeppa. Zeppa on his own. It was a 3 versus 1. Now he has to clutch up against 2 more players of the Knights who've already closed the gap. 1 player playing towards the tunnels, 1 guy looking back towards the flank, and should I say the archers, not the tunnels, and he's isolating it to make it a 1 versus 1. Looking back at the Berlin on the left side and right side. Frosty's trying to play the mind games too, and the timing's right there. He's going to play patient for Zeppa. He's got a minute to work with, but the timing is even better for Frosty as Zeppa brings a knife to a gunfight.
Oh my word. So much trickery here. Just behind the cage, Gangsta sets up and unleashes a 3 here, finally traded by Zeppa. In the last inch that Zeppa didn't check here, be confirmation from the 0 points. And there's a throw right there towards elbow. You can see the chuck coming in from Zeppa. And the other one as well coming in. Actually landing very late, a B to A 0 point as Leaf opens up with Frosty's return onto him.
At least they're playing really close and tight-knit here for the defenders inside that site, but who's down? It's actually Scuba, so it's going to make things a lot harder for the retake, at least, if C9 decides to go towards that site. That said, though, the battle's towards this B main as Vanity falls. So that's no Viper for the attackers either.
Yeah, great call. That util down makes things really tough here. Oh, and you were hoping that you might get some cage to defend yourself. 0 points out with a few tags on that. Zis ready and more than ready. Team is all poised and holding angles right now. And even watching mid too. So Knights doing a really good job of not forgetting anything in these situations, but will they hit the shots?
Didn't expect a second player there, so it's good at least for that trade.
The reset
Zeppa now and another 1 versus 1, but it's again Gangsta and another time as he gets caught in a reload. That is so unlucky for Zeppa the last 2 rounds, but a beautiful timing once again.
Yeah,
so it's going to be
risky
hawk at this point.
Mitch again to have that long range. Vanity, they're going to do site to site. Maybe Mitch throws out a cage. Ziff has been so dirty from the back of this B site.
The angles are beautiful here for the Knights in the back side. Zeppa finally dwindles down the defense just for a bit as it gets dropped under this null command. Mitch going for that lurk on an A side, couldn't get a kill, so you're still committed towards B. The last 2 players remaining, but you see the flank coming in from the A main side as well from Scuba. So the time runs out. The window of opportunity to actually get the round back in your favor for Cloud9 in your own force buy is not paying out either, especially after that ping coming out.
Remember, C9 pushing themselves into this to make sure that they can keep a little bit of econ off the hands of Knights. They'll return with even more on this. And Knights playing very slow. They have the camera in halls that allows them to not have to react to anything too hard if the door opens right away. No one was there. They're privy to that knowledge. And you had a good push-up as well from Scuba this round, which kind of starts to bring the round together and exactly where Cloud9 is.
Ooh.
I know exactly.
Does he expect the second one?
The hat. The hat.
Oh, no, the whiff!
Vanity gets the kill, and the last one spotted towards the spawn fight, and they have a Viper's Pit.
No.
They're going to get the plant now. You have to move in for this plant. There's 8 seconds left. Snake butt onto the ground, and Vanity plants it on the outside. Scuba now moving in to the Viper's Pit. Coming up head-to-head against the other Viper. At least the information's there. He's decayed and low, and Mitch gets the kill. And somehow, C9 turns, what, a 3 versus 2.
One time a stinger will work, really, is that close range and fast. He gets the situation. Frosty trailing. We all know what it's like to shoot at somebody not looking, but sometimes there are no excuses there. Ear to ear to be able to bring that one up and reset the economy, just like you said, fans.
I thought it was definitely going to be C9 resetting with that econ, but to see that they win with a stinger, a couple of lore buys with Spectre 2 against a full rifle round, tells a lot about C9's confidence on this map.
Yeah. It's not usually something we see from them, only once in the previous map, otherwise holding on full econ. Leaf here, going through halls. You see the camera movement placed into elbow this time. Knights did not have the information of halls. They pay dearly.
Protect the body. Don't know if actually Leaf had a weapon with him. Everything was done through a blade storm. That was really nice. Spotted at least one player towards the mid doors, as the other two are unknown for Cloud9. Plant is now up for C9 as they're just trying to watch as many angles as possible. Not really worry about the flank until Ben is going to break the trap wire or go over it.
He's thinking about it. He wants the action to start before he does anything. Take their eyes off. Oh, okay. I like it. It's like, now you have to worry. Basically, just playing with the mines. Cloud9. They're already safe, though. Not Zeppa or Vanity. Nice shots there. I mean, it's super important economy damage here as the map's starting to turn a little bit.
Butter for the Knights.
Absolutely.
To get these early rounds, but C9's been doing a good job keeping that economy low. We see the blade storm for him to try to creep up towards his hallway side as if continuing to be a menace as a main anchor for either side A or B. Off the null command. This now Ben pushing down towards the back of the E halls, catches Zeta off the rotation. And that's going to be it for Zeppa to fall as well. Everybody's just dropping. Leaf is on his own in a 4 versus 1. Fans are about to turn around the corner as he just gets spotted. That is Leaf with the camera. Going with the anime battle, Vandal versus Denies again, but it seems to be Denies pulling ahead.